get.
Yeah.
And I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I think I'm...
Oh, no, wait a minute. Hold on. How can you agree with what I'm saying and then tell me that you are definitely in a story with responsibility and you'll go on being in the story? They're completely contradictory ideas.
I think the thing I'm struggling with is effort. So at the moment of, you choose not to go with the thought or the illusion, and
No, but if you choose not to go with the illusion, which incidentally you can't do, you'll die. You, the person that's the illusion, will not exist any longer. You can't do that, by the way, but it's possible it might happen at 4:05 this afternoon. You're still in both worlds. You're still, in the world. What you obviously firmly believe in is that this life, and your life, and the responsibility you built up, and the effort you can make to make it better are real. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's what's happening.
It's difficult to conceive of there not being a me or somebody in here that's somebody in here.
It's not difficult, it's impossible for me to say there's no me.
Yeah.
Really, there are a lot of people who think they can convince themselves that they are.
Me say there's no me.
Absolutely.
Is there any, because with a me, there's a sense of somebody here, location, a centre, broadcasting. Is there any sense of a location?
No, there's no location. There is only everything and nothing. There's nobody who's in everything and nothing. There's just everything and nothing. This is everything and nothing. There wouldn't be a location because then there'd be a place, a somewhere.
Yeah.
There isn't a somewhere, there's everywhere. Everything.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's impossible to...
No, utterly.
Utterly.
Yeah. Sir?
In the, so many people have experienced the death of the ego. And
Have they? Oh.
The death of the illusory me that goes into what you can only describe as the beloved. Or what I would like to know is when you die and that experience takes place, it's a wild.
No, well, it's not an experience. There's no experience.
That's right. The experience takes place as without the object-subject reality, and it's that oneness, the beloved, the beautiful word. Now, that happens.
Well, only apparently.
Yes.
It doesn't actually really happen because there never was an experience. Exactly. There never was anybody to collapse.
Yes. So in that experience, which is now this Tony Parsons.
Well, it's not an experience. There is no experience. All this is what's apparently happening. Only apparently happening.
Yeah. The point I'm trying to make is when that experience takes place, when that thing
apparently happens.
Yes, happens. Sorry, just the wording.
Sorry. Well,
and many times it happened, and then you come back to this reality, and then you're localized. So my point, my question to you is, that wowness. For you, is that a constant wowness because there's no more Tony, or does it just settle in as the ordinary, extraordinary?
Okay, so it wouldn't be a wowness for anyone because there isn't anyone.
Yeah.
But prior to that, it's possible, and there may be people who would confirm this in this room, where there's what I call a glimpse of this.
That's it.
Quite a lot of people have a glimpse, or they don't have it because they're not there when it happens.
That's right.
But they are walking around as me, and suddenly there's no one.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's the
wow,
yeah.
Wow. And then they come back.
And that's where that's the crazy frustration.
No, absolutely. And then they long for that again.
Yeah.
Like this happened to Tony Parsons.
Right.
And one day, suddenly, although there's been a dancing meing and being and meing and being, suddenly there's no meing, there's simply being. But then it isn't walking around in a huge wow. It's just very gently, naturally
Right.
what is, but not for anyone.
Right. But that wow did happen.
There's a wow
And-
at the beginning because
Yeah.
of the contrast between the utter amazing freedom of that, devastating, amazing, incredible freedom, and how I was just
Right.
before that, how I was.
So the beginning wow just becomes a normal wowness.
So what Claire says, there's an initial wow which becomes a very
Ordinary.
quiet wow. You live in a
That's-
quiet
that's
wow.
wow.
Well, you don't know.
Thank you.
Tony, what I find really frustrating with this message is that it kind of destroys everything.
Yeah, that's the idea.
But the me stays there to experience that destruction. In a way.
Yeah, that's awful. Must be awful for you. I'm really sorry about that.
Me too.
It does destroy, it literally destroys everything as far as the individual is concerned. It just destroys it. Forget it. Boom. It's over. It's over.
But somehow, while it's an understanding, it's not over.
No. No, because what you have is an understanding.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that have an understanding. There are a lot of people I know who could write this out in 5 sentences or whatever. It's meaningless. It's still an idea in the head. I'm still here, and I sort of now recognise that actually there isn't really a me. The me that I think I am isn't real. And the world I think I live in isn't real. I understand that, but it's still, energetically, there's still a sense of contraction here, which is me.
Yeah. Mm.
So this, essentially, we're exchanging ideas and thoughts, but actually what's going on is far deeper than any ideas or thoughts or any words that we're using. It's energetic. This is essentially about energy, about the contracted energy of being someone and the boundless energy within which that arises. And don't forget, that contracted energy is boundless energy in that form. There aren't two things. There isn't contracted energy, which is one thing, and boundless, which is another thing. They're both the same thing. They're both the beloved.
But it's as if the focus is in the contracted.
The
It's as if the focus is on that contracted.
yeah, because you're used to living in a contracted state. You wouldn't know what to do with it if it suddenly wasn't there, because the individual depends and measures everything it lives through by contraction. It's living in a narrow, contracted experience of life happening. It's never fully alive. The me is never fully alive. It has no idea what free life or life is like. It lives in a little narrow place called I am sitting on a chair, listening to this bloke gabbling away over there.
But yet, everything you express here is so obvious.
In one way it's obvious, but that still doesn't make any difference to the
No.
sense in the body of a contracted me. It's obvious in one way, but in another way it's very revolutionary, it's very frightening, it's very radical. It attacks and illuminates and destroys the whole basis upon which you've lived your life. I should be good, I have to be good, I have a responsibility, I'm married, or whatever you like. I have responsibility to other people. I could make the world a better place in the way I act, all that crap. It goes on in your life all the time, at one level or another.
What's interesting is this instincts we have for survival,
Yeah,
and that's what brings us brings us back to everyday life all the time. Because we need to eat, and we attribute our social circles, our professions, and so forth, alongside that, which is all about the self.
Totally.
So that's like this hardest bridge. When you've got your human fundamental primal instincts
No, absolutely.
alongside your day-to-day. You know, so your day-to-day is constantly bringing you back into this sense of self.
Totally, and that's the fascination of being a self and trying to be a successful self, or at least a self that survives. Absolutely. Because that's all based on the idea that, or on the sense, the energetic sense, that what you've just described is all real. Eating food is, I'm hungry so I have to eat. The strange thing is, when there's no one, hunger and eating can naturally happen. There isn't then the added obligation of you having to find food. It just happens. But it is a fascinating task to be a me, and people die of it. It wears them out. Because they're trying to fulfill something they don't need to. But I would say, a huge percentage of the energy that me puts into survival is completely and utterly unnecessary.
It's natural.